Okay, this is Winter Gold on the Super Nintendo, and it's a Winter Olympics kind of game. So you've got 6 different modes, so I'll probably just start with skiing, because it's probably the most familiar one. The visual style is quite weird. It uses the Super FX chip, but on the menus it's very much like... There used to be a demo on the Amiga by a group called Spaceballs called State of the Art, and it's got this dancer, and it's all kind of rotoscoped. It's quite impressive, you know, for the time. And I think someone who's made this game was either involved with that or they've been inspired by that demo. So it's kind of cool to see that in a game. So it looked quite good on the Amiga. Yeah, the visual style on this is really odd in the game, because it's using the 2nd generation Super FX chip. Oh, gotta concentrate. So the 1st generation Super FX was used for games like Star Fox and Stunt Race FX, and those kind of polygonal games. And the 2nd generation were really used for other things like Doom and Yoshi's Island. But this game is a polygonal game using the 2nd generation one, so they've obviously used that extra 25 megahertz horsepower to do something a bit different. And I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's got this bizarre shading effect, so everything kind of wobbles, and when you've got the cutscenes you've got these kind of rotoscoped effect, but it's got this weird blurriness on it, which is weird. I'm not sure how well this would have been received at the time. But the game, I think only came out in Europe. I don't think it came out anywhere else. That was rubbish. Right, I'll do the bobsledge now, because it's a bit easier than the skiing. I think on first appearances the game's actually quite easy to play, because you don't really use the buttons for very much. But it's a lot harder than first appears. But this one's a lot easier than the skiing. Yeah, I don't... Whilst I think this is visually quite impressive and, you know, nice to see the Super FX2 chip being used for something a bit more traditional, it doesn't play as well as a game like Ski Paradise, which I'll have to do a video on another time. And that's very much like Val d'Isere on the Atari Jaguar. It's more of kind of like a prequel, or rather the Jaguar game was more of a remake. And that's more of like your Mode 7 style game with kind of warping up and down, but it's still quite impressive. But this, I don't know, it feels a little bit... I wouldn't say tech demo like. It's not. There is a full game there, but I don't know, it's not quite as fun. But impressive at the same time. Right, let's do something a bit different. Let's do the show jumping. Show jumping? That's horses, isn't it? I think. Jumping. Yeah, this. I'm not sure how you control it. Not too bad. This is almost 2D in the way it looks, but it uses the 3D backgrounds. Huh. That was a bit short. Okay, this is bodyboarding, I think, whatever it's called. It's a lot like your bobsledging. I'm playing this on the circuit mode, so it's more like an arcade mode, but there's a full championship, but because of that I can only select one track for the moment. So there is more to the game than just these few tracks. Yeah, I think this game's probably harder to get hold of now, because it's a rare game in that it has a Super FX chip and a battery backup and something else I can't remember, but if you've got all those 3, you can reflash the ROM and use Star Fox 2. So I think most of these have been, well, not most, quite a few of them have been cannibalised and used to run Star Fox 2 on the SNES. In a way, it's a bit of a shame, because it's not a bad game. It's you know, technically quite impressive, and it's quite a lot of fun to play. Certainly not the best skiing and sports game I've ever played, but certainly if you see it cheap, I'd recommend giving it a try. So thanks for watching.